Hi, I'm Jess. I know y'all have heard a little bit about me. Dr. Westman, thank you so much for coming. Lisa and Glenn, thank you so much for bringing ADAPT here. Y'all, we are so lucky that they have come into our area to encourage us and to stir us up. They need back from us. We are the grassroots. They need us. They need us to change our lives, to get behind them, and get behind this movement of changing our food. Because I believe Dr. Westman said that there's a power, food is powerful. When you change your food, it's even more powerful. Well, here's your Jessism. I changed my food and it's changed everything. No, I changed my food and it's changed everything. So I go to church here for 20 years, and I'm going to try to quickly tell you my story and leave you with an invitation. So 5 years ago, I weighed over 230 pounds for the third time, like John. Get it all off, put it all on. Get it all off, put it all on. I used to sit back there. We called that the cave. We still call that the cave. It's very well lit today. But I sat back there because I was full of shame. I'd given up on myself. I got so tired of fighting food that I just gave in to food. And in my body, processed carbohydrates, sugars, starches, they move in and stay. They don't get pooped out. They stay. And that's my husband, Keith, and he's never gained an ounce in his life. He's like Dr. Jockers, like 104 pounds. He's right down here, he's going to blow away. He's like, it's okay. I'm like, you don't even count. You know, he's keto. I don't think it's fair. I just have to tell you, he came home 4 years ago and said, I want to do keto. I said, no, that's my diet. It's very true. He will tell you. He's keto because it makes him feel good, and he's 62 years old, and he works hard outside year-round. And he's on roofs, and I don't want him falling down, so he needs the mental clarity. So I used to sit in the back. I'd lost my hope. I was losing my life. And I hid in plain sight as fast as I could, and I could get from that door to my seat without speaking to a soul. And this is my church. But I was like, all right, I'll see you later, bye. And then a friend asked me to go low carb again. And I was the expert, you know, if you've done it before, let's do it again. So I did it again. And the longer I go low carb, the better I feel. The longer I go getting these problematic foods out, the less of a problem I have. I call it, I removed controlling foods, and I've gotten my control back. It does not fall from the sky, and it does not happen in one day. But in reality, there's so many people a little older than 40 in here today. You know that self-control doesn't come overnight. We have to reestablish our self-control. We have to reestablish things. And I'm 62 years old this next month, and I want you to know when I walk in a room, I've been through a little bit of life, and I can calm some feathers down. So can you. But do you walk into the room? When I walk into the room, I have a confidence now because I've gotten things back under control because I removed controlling food. So when I walk in the room, any room, I know I have something of value to add. Life, my story, my heartache, my compassion, and my passion to see people get out of these foods that are ripping you off in your final years. Something happens when you hit 60. First off, don't do it until you have to. Something happens. You start realizing we are now closer to the end than the beginning. And it starts to count. My daughter, she's 27, she goes, Mom, what's wrong with you? Like you are like writing me letters all the time. Like you're gonna die one day. I'm like, bingo. But I want these days to count. So I used to sit back there full of shame, and the further and the longer I have been low carb, the more I've inched back up because I have sat on this front row. This is where administrators sit, pastors sit, people of responsibility, department heads, and I am the acting manager. It's a mistake, they'll fix it soon, but I am the acting manager of the gym next door, the $3.1 million facility that I gained 85 pounds in, lost all my personal training clientele, and could no longer spin on a spin bike because everything hurt. I lost all credibility, all clientele. And I sat back there. And it's amazing when you change your food and you hold on, like John says, and you make that commitment not to go back, which is what I've done too. I'm keeping the change. I changed my food, and now I'm keeping the change. I'm not going back. I don't have the time to do this again. If you are fighting, if you are in a battle, if you are hurting, I guarantee you, if you will keep fighting, you can make some progress. And here's the invitation, because we have one for you. When the ADAPT team, Lisa, reached out to me via email, we got to talking, and I said, so if you come into the area and you stir up the grassroots, what are you going to do when you leave? What are you leaving in place? Because if maybe they're better than I am, but I couldn't do this alone. If I could do this alone, I'd be skinny and I would not be here today. But I am not able to do this alone. Matter of fact, I believe I'm here today because a lot of you were involved in my life, and it keeps me honest and it keeps me trying. There's something powerful about knowing you can show up strong for others. And I want to be strong for you, my friends. There are many of you in this room who've met me, seen me, come to one of our groups, and you're still dieting, you're still fighting, you're still trying. One girl comes up and says, who stays on a diet 2 years? And she goes, I do, because you don't let go of me. So I'm Jess Dudley, and this has been an amazing honor. And I thank you so much for coming here.